I was bored on a Tuesday night, so I was searching for something to play, but then I found this game on Roblox called Jack Circus. Despite only having 3 million visits, this game did not disappoint. I honestly really enjoyed playing it, and in my opinion, one of the most underrated horrors I've ever played. So first off, the graphics are incredibly impressive, especially for a platform like Roblox. Everything just looks so realistic. Second off, it actually goes on for pretty long. I think it took me like almost an hour just to get through it. And that's pretty long for Roblox horror. And instead of Poppy playtime with the grab pack, you get this tool called the electricity gun, or the zapper gun, I think. Basically, there are stations through each part of the chapter, and you can charge the gun up through each station, as it only has a limited amount of shots. But using those shots, you can power up these special areas that allow you to open gates and those giant doors. But anyway, here's the lore. Or the story. Your dad has gone missing, and he actually works at Jack's Circus, so you set out to find them and figure out why this place shut down. And you get further and further down, like Poppy playtime, you start to learn more things. There's a note in one of the rooms where it says that the main antagonist, Jack, he has been like acting out recently, and they had to keep him in prison to give him a break, but he started getting even angrier and messing around there, so they decided whether or not they should continue to keep him. And no one knows for sure what actually happened to him, but something must have made him snap. Now, when it comes to the puzzles of this game, they would pretty alright for a standard horror game, but this is Roblox, so I honestly found them to be pretty unique for a platform like this. Anyway, you can't use your gun to kill or stun Jack. Instead, you have to find it and charge it up in a charging station, as I said earlier. Once you run out, you can always go back if you're in the area to do so. There's multiple areas that have gun chargers. But anyway, there will be these squares that you have to shoot at, and they'll power up doors and gates that you need to go through. But anyway, this game, I really love the fact that it takes place in a circus, because I don't really know another game that does that. It is a more unique story than Taffy Tales, but unlike that game, it actually makes the most of it, hiding some secrets and explaining the lore a little bit. But this is only chapter 1. I don't think chapter 2 will come out because this game didn't really succeed that much. But I'm hoping it does, because this game was pretty awesome. I don't know why, but the graphic, it kind of reminds me of Threadville a little bit. Now, you can skip this part if you don't like spoilers, but here are all the parts of the game. The entrance, circus park, warehouse, mascot jail, water treatment, break rooms, and delivery. The entrance is pretty dang simple. All you have to do is find a way into the circus and then enter it. The circus park is where you have to turn on all the power in the circus and then enter the tent. And there you'll meet Binky. I think that's his name. But anyway, he's also one of the mascots, and he tried talking things out with Jack, but that didn't go very well, and Jack ended up locking him in a room and ripping off his arm and ear. But since Binky wants us to progress, he gives us a key to the warehouse. In the warehouse, it seems like you just have to keep going and going until you get further down. But at the end of it, Jack catches you and locks you in the next area, the mascot jail. When I heard of the mascot jail, I was like, what is this, Roblox Clockies? In the water control room, you have to figure out how to there's this path where there's water pouring on electric and it won't let you through, so you have to figure out a way to turn it off. Yeah, sorry, I haven't never practiced while trying to talk about things in my videos. But anyway, you have to do some puzzles, and after turning off the water in a different room, you have to go through the vents while getting a crowbar. But instead of leading to the room that will turn the water that's turning on the electricity off, you instead fall through a vent and go into the break area room. I don't really have much to say about the break area room, but basically, you just have to. It's where you use your electricity gun the most, and it's very crucial for getting through everything. But anyway, there will be much more electric squares, and you have to figure out where you can secret entrances in order to turn it on to progress. But anyway, the final area is the delivery. And here is where Jack can actually kill you now. And there are certain areas where Jack will chase you down and you have to keep running away. First, you have to find a gear in order to complete a set of gears and then pull a lever to activate the door. But then the lever breaks off and you have to find a second lever in order to get to it. Then you move on. There's some electricity things on the other side of the map, so you have to go through a vent in one of the rooms, and then Jack will chase you again. And after you get to the end, you can go back to the rooms of the electricity and turn them on. I kind of forgot what happens after, but there's one final chase where Jack actually catches you, but Binky, he doesn't want you to die and sacrifices himself so you can reach the surface. There's an elevator. However, the elevator breaks and you fall down probably even lower into the circus. So that's kind of the end of the game. I don't know anything about Chapter 2's release. But if you guys want to check out this game, I truly recommend it, because if you can't really pay for the Poppy Playtime games, like me, then this is a pretty good alternative on Roblox. I liked it so much that I now put it third place for most underrated horror game on Roblox. And that has replaced Threadville's spot. unfortunately. Anyway, if you guys liked this game and you want me to do more reviews on it, then comment in the comments and tell me if I should look for as much lore as possible in this game, or if there are some other Roblox games that you want me to play as well. That's all. This is Isaac Santos, and I hope to see you again.